I'm going to return to the last part. We're going to do question and answer. This is not going to be channel question and answer, but somebody writes, how are we able to more efficiently work with our group from the San Martin to Los Andes? How can we strengthen our work in groups? How can we better cohesion, connection, arcane power? Okay. The answer, I would say, is, again, this exercise we just talked about, where you bring down the fifth dimensional part, because even your city of light has a fifth dimensional aspect. So using this exercise, and you as a planetary city of light have a fifth dimensional sphere, and during the intersection time, visualize this, the spheres interacting. Okay, so if anybody has any other questions that you want to ask me or any of the other, Bob or Tracy or Purvesh, please write them in the chat box and then I will read them. Okay, question, how to effectively operate as who we actually are beyond body and mind in the material world? Well, the answer I would say is that we have the higher bodies, and the energy from the higher bodies come down into the lower bodies to strengthen. So let's say, for example, you might be doing some kind of work that would be, say, a service work. Maybe you work in a hospital or something like that, or maybe you work, even as a waiter or waitress, but that you bring down the energies and then try to present the most optimism, the most love. Because really, the way to effectively operate is through the emotional feeling of love. And love does transcend the body and the mind. Okay. Can we create domes over parts of the country where there are no PCOLs? Like a dome over Washington that would remain over a period of... Yes, you can do that. The problem is you need help. You need participation. You can create domes over other cities, but it's hard just to do by yourself. Mm-hmm. And that's why we're trying to come together as a group and work, so that would be a group exercise. But yeah, we've done that. We've done an exercise like that for Australia, where we created a dome over the whole continent. But yes, I think that's a great idea. And we used the Ring of Ascension for that, to strengthen the dome. Washington, it is very hard to maintain without help and foundation from within, something that is solid and anchoring the energy. Well, it's true. It is hard to maintain, especially in the face of so much negativity. It is very hard. And that's why we want an international group. That's why we want a global group to work together. Bob or Purvesh or Tracy, do you want to address any of these questions or thoughts?
David, I want to share that basically it's group energy work. You know, one person is very, very difficult to sustain that kind of work. So that's why we work on the PCOL and the group of 40, because we create group energy. And with group energy, we duplicate our Arkham power. So that's the way to go, group work.
Yes.
Yes, I agree with that. And these are also things like Corey's question and all these questions really that we can discuss in our open forum, and we can create groups like that as well. It doesn't specifically have to be our meditation times, but we can create small groups to do things like that. It doesn't seem impossible.
Okay. Bob, is there anything you want to add to this? Or
what comes to mind is what Purvesh mentioned, is group consciousness is so important in the network and strengthening the network. But also I want to point out that you can strengthen an area with your sister cities. So that concept is very important. If you can bring a group together in your sister city project or whatever you want to do in your region, that's going to be very, very important. And they're doing a lot of that in Latin America and in Europe. You know, the regional meditations can create this that energy that's needed in specific parts of the country. And we've done a lot of those meditations. I believe we did a meditation a few years ago during the election. We went to Washington, D.C. It was a biorelativity meditation, which was very, very powerful. So there's ways of doing that, not just as a group, but also in your regions. If there's areas that you want to focus on, for instance, in South America right now, I would say one of the areas would be Brazil, with the election that's going on right now and all the polarization and the strife. And so that would be another focus where you could put a dome over some country that needs that. But of course, Ukraine is another one.
Okay. I'd say another question. We've been told this intersection will be between January 15th and March 15th. Will this be for the entire time or for approximately how long a time? The energies will be, as far as I understand, for the whole time period. From January 15th, yeah. So it's going to be a time period, not just one event. Can we call on the inner Earth to help us with the dissection of dimension success? I don't know what you mean by dissection of dimension, but yeah, you could call on the inner Earth. Oh, maybe as intersection.
Intersection.
Yeah. Okay. Yes. The inner Earth, because there's tremendous spiritual energy there. So somebody wrote in Spanish. Do you see this, Purvesh?
Yes.
Is it possible that, can you translate it? Oh, can we do this whole thing in Spanish?
I don't see it.
Oh, it says here, hola, por favor, es posible que estas reuniones, can we realize this thing in Spanish? Can we do this whole thing in Spanish? Then we will be able to participate because...
the page is sending to you, David.
Pardon?
We cannot see it.
Okay, that's all it says.
See it, David, on the chat line here.
You see it?
No.
Oh, okay. How come only I see it? Well, anyway, it's
a private message.
Okay, it's a private message. Well, anyway, that's something we could talk about, Bob, if we want to do this presentation in Spanish. We'll think about it. Yeah.
That sounds good. I think so. Be good.
That's one of the challenges we have as a group, is how to overcome the language barrier. I understand that. It was Patrimex. Okay. When we were creating domes of light around our homes and towns, do we use etheric crystals? I would say or three-dimensional crystals. I would say start with burying three-dimensional crystals at the four corners. So instead of using the etheric crystals, do it the same way that we do the PCOL, where the preparation is planting the crystals at the four cardinal points. So many of us in the USA live so far apart. I know. That's why we can meet screen by screen, screen to screen. I mean, yeah, because when I started the group project, I thought we would all be meeting together in groups, but of course that was back in 1996, and it's not possible. So, okay, I think we're at the point of having to stop at 1:30. So I want to thank everyone, and thank Tracy and Purvesh and Bob and Gudrun here. And
thank you.
We will see you. We'll be doing another one. Can I invite my full moon meditation group to do this work? Yes. It'd be a great idea. All right. So, bye everyone.
Bye,
Bye, everybody.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you. Bye,
Bye-bye.
everyone.